phenomenal.
I cannot find the tray.
Which one?
The one that I'm looking for?
Well, that is helpful,
The
Mama.
bread tray, the one 2 squares long?
Ah!
You did hide it.
I did wash it. What a good son I am.
You are my favorite one.
I am your only one.
Well, let us thank the city then that you have no competition. Rush now, we must finish the order of buns.
Ah, which kind?
Those ones.
Those ones.
Isaac the official.
Ali the baker. Orhan the son of Ali the baker. We love the city.
We love the city.
I will make the buns.
How is the weather?
More rain than sun.
The rain makes the plants high.
And it also makes the moods low. But we have roofs to keep us dry.
Yes, and things to keep us happy.
Like good bread.
Like good bread. 1 loaf as usual.
I have only 1 mouth to feed.
And I have only 2.
Oh, so you are eating with someone else?
Oh, myself. And Orhan.
Orhan, of course, yes. That is also who I thought you meant.
We could have all the words in the world and still find people who leave us speechless, just as we could have no words at all and still say everything we would wish.
All my being.
The city grew. As over years, the waters rose, and surrounding lands turned to swamp, and then shallow, then sea. The city sat high on proud cliffs, and as its population swelled, so it did too, spilling down the sides, roads burrowing into rock, buildings filling the sky. The city could house all, it boasted, and those who prospered sang its praises, and those who struggled only whispered. So in this way, the city wrote its own reviews. Then the time of anger came. They say it began when 2 people saw a last fruit on a shop shelf and reached for it in the same moment. Being from different lands, one person called the thing a tane and the other a lombok, and their words rose in volume and descended in tone. But the simple fact was, the thing was still the thing. It had not become 2 things just by answering to 2 names, and so it could not be shared by 2 people. Language had in that moment demanded more of it than it could provide. The shopkeeper arrived and settled it simply. As he too was from the place where it was called a lombok, he sold it to that person. And the loser was angry then and said words that thankfully none understood and stormed off. But later that night, a rock passed through the shop window. And though it too was called different names, everyone knew what this rock meant. The next day, a hostile mob blocked a bridge. One person shoved another, a pair of glasses broke, a fist was swung, and finally a splash was heard. A splash is universal. As a red-coated man went over the railing, he swam clumsily to the shore, losing his red coat on the way, and so emerging just a man. And his anger became everyone's, and the city roared. Smoke filled the sky as neighbor turned on neighbor, and friend fought friend, all because of words uttered by some and ignored by others, and finally cast into the air in a great broiling cloud of shouts and rage and bluster. And when the words crashed back down, they fell hard and bruised all. As a bad word thrown well enough can knock the wind right out of you. That is why today, there is only the language. Where words were once limitless, now there are exactly 1,000. Selected then and used by all now. If you choose to live in the city, which we must, as all else now lies below waves, then these words are the words you speak. There were others once. Those our parents arrived with as children. Words they offered happily to strangers or threw in the air to test the direction of the wind. But if you speak those now, you will be punished. If you waste a word, you will be punished. The 1,000 words are sacred in the city, not for wasting in the city. And Orhan, the son of Ali the baker, he is not a waster.
This is my pen, I use it and then I return it
This is my
again,
pen,
amen.
I use it and then I return it
This
again.
is my pen. I
amen.
use it and then I return again. Amen. Oh, my lunch is horrible. Want to swap?
You just said it is horrible.
Orhan, swap?
What? I did hear you say this also.
You are bad friends. You'd be happy if I did starve. Why should you even... You are a good friend. I like you very much. You I'm not so sure about.
You talk too much.
So stop listening then.
I am not listening. That is the point.
Oh, is that the point? Because I didn't know where the
That
point
is
was.
it.
Well, now I know.
Well, now you know.
Good.
Good.
You two are very the same.
It was good bread.
I know, I did bake it.
Ha! How have you already been productive today? Me, I've achieved nothing today. Kieran, he's achieved nothing today.
Hey, maybe I have. No, I have not.
No, but you did bake a loaf of bread.
10 loaves of bread, 8 times.
10 by 8 loaves of bread? You are a good son to your mama, and a good student in class, and in the 1,000-word memory test, you will get the good score.
Maybe I will not.
You always do.
You always do.
I am already tired by the day, and the day's not even started.
I am tired of you always talking about being tired.
Okay, great.
Not so much, actually.
No?
No.
Well,
We love the city. Students, we love the city.
We
We
love
love the city.
All students, ears here for a message from city officials. A new word exists.
Hurrah!
So an old word must disappear.
Hurrah!
The factory district has found a way to
Which one has the...
take heat from the sun and harness it for use in a peacekeeping weapon. It is called photo-submissionization. Photo-submissionization. This is the new 1,000th word in the language.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
And to make way for it, the word beautiful, beautiful is now erased and illegal to say or think forevermore. We love the city.
Photo sub.
Missionization, photo-submissionization, that is the new word.
Sad about the one that is erased, though. I did very much like the word beautiful.
Kieran, you already have one warning for saying the cold after dinner food that's illegal now.
What, ice cream? Ow!
Come on, we go inside, keep quiet for the rest of the day.
This is bad news, and then I return again. This is my pen. I use it and then
This
I
is my
return
pen,
it
I
again.
use it and
Amen.
then I
My
return
pen,
it
I
again,
use it and then I
amen.
return again, amen.
Here, help me.
What does it mean?
It means hurry and erase it before the officials come. It is our wall. They will think we did write it.
And did we, Mama?
What? Do not even be funny, Orhan. Of course not.
What does that mean?
It is an erased word. It means to wish something had never been.
But this is what the city thinks. The city wishes lots of words had never been.
What is wrong with you? That does not matter. The city does not need to be told what the city thinks. It does the telling, not us. And if a word is gone, then it stays gone. Now go inside.
Mama, I can
Go!
help.
Bake the bread. When they get here, give the bread. Be polite, say nothing. Or else they will.
Or else they will. In the city, just as in any place that once existed and now does not, there are those who sin and once caught face court, face 8 proud men and women who decide on all things and are always right. And those found guilty receive the greatest sentences by no longer receiving the greatest sentences or any sentences. They must let go all nouns, must relinquish all sounds. They lose their right to the language. Though they still brush a street, it is no longer a brush in their hands, it is no longer a street beneath their shoes, the action can occur, yes, but the facts of it are gone for them now. Without a street under them, they are afloat. And worse still, their life becomes a floating thing too, because the court has taken their name. Where once they were Gus, now they are, and where once they lived at number 1010 2 East Road, now they live at, it is still there, of course. The house has not become invisible, but the idea of it has. And soon, in a strange way, this has the same effect. People passing slowly stop seeing it. The number on the gate fades. A friend who might have come for tea now has no way to find the house, so they don't find it. They don't even try to. They forget the tea, and eventually the friend. A silence settles in the sinner's soundless life. And most terrible of all, the silence is inherited. It lands not only on your shoulders, but on your child's too. Because he who was Gus does not exist anymore, and so has never existed. Then his daughter, who was, she cannot either. Your name has been struck from the record, so your child is stuck with no name. She simply turns up to school one day and finds she's no longer on the roll. The girl returns to her bicycle, but it feels lighter. She realizes it is now just she rides home, but it's odd how long it takes her to find her own house, her own. And when she enters, it is like walking through a fog. She sits down and leans her elbows on and stares into the eyes of her. And just at this moment, when such important questions need asking, when she yearns to hear what he has done, yearns to say she would have done it too, she finds there are no words. Not in her mouth and not in his. Their mouths are dry. The silence, it is deafening.
Why are you waiting? We will be late for school.
You knock.
Why me?
His mama. She does not like me.
Well, you are quite not likable.
Isla?
But at least with her, there's a reason.
What reason? I do not know any.
Orhan's day of birth party last year, with the cake.
Okay, let's forget this.
How you wished to steal a slice early, and you were sure it was on the high shelf.
Okay, we should
So
just...
you stood on a box to reach the high shelf,
Isla, I
but the
said-
box was a cake box. A cake box that held the cake.
La 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 la
And also a foolish boy, because then you fell through and you fell onto... No, you fell into the cake.
Why do you say what we
And
already
then
know?
when she caught you, you were eating it with your hands off your shoes.
It was good cake! So really, I was giving her a compliment. But she did not see it that way.
No, she did not. You are right. I will knock.
We love the city.
We love the city.
We love the city. Why are you late?
Kieran was being foolish.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry about the cake box, Ella. The baker was a compliment.
Why
but I
are you
understand-
talking?
I'm making things better.
And how does that mostly work out for you?
Nothing. Come on, you've made us late. What is that?
Last night, I came home and words were on the wall.
An order from the city?
An order to the city. Someone has decided they are not happy and they wrote with a pen.
But only city officials can carry pens on the street.
Someone did not tell the writer
This
this.
has not happened since we were little, since the War of the Walls. I still remember it.
I do not.
Yes, you do. We all do. Mama did cover my eyes if we passed words that appeared in the night, but I still did peek at them through her small fingers.
But we could not yet read.
Their faces I could. See adults looking scared as children. To be children seeing that, it was strange.
And then the sirens did begin ringing.
Every night.
Up and down the streets.
And then the culprits did start to disappear, and then the words did too. And then the war was over. Are you okay?
Yes. No. It is Mama. I heard her 2 mornings back. She did sing a song.
The rules song?
No,
The
it
We
was,
Are Lucky to Be Here song? Or the We Love the City song? Or We Rise Higher Than Rising Seas?
This one's good.
I
No.
think so too.
it was none of these. It was more like a memory song. Like a song inside her, one she carried. But yes, I think it was the We Are Lucky to Be Here song.
You don't think that she...
Of course not, Kieran. Of course not. Orhan?
Come on, we will be late for school.
You know, writing on walls is many times worse than stepping in cake, yes?
Kieran!
I'm just saying.
This is my pen. I use it
This is
and
my
then
pen, I
return
use
it
it and then I
again.
return it again, amen.
Return it again, amen.
So the girl called Isla concentrates on work. And the boy called Kieran concentrates on drawing around his hand. And turning the fingers into legs, and the thumb into a neck, and adding a head, and creating a new type of creature with large claws and an appetite for human flesh.
Sorry.
But the boy called Orhan does neither. His mind is not fixed on what he should be doing, like one friend, or what he should not be doing, like the other. It is fixed on something it cannot fix on. All his life, up until last week, Orhan understood how the city worked. It told everyone the best way to do things as it cared about them, and selected the perfect 1,000 words, as it knew language could hurt, knew mouths could not be trusted. And when an idea, or a word, or a person gets in the way of the city and makes life hard for the city, then they are gone. They are forgotten. And so your mind is put at ease as it has one less worry to worry about.
All is red.
But with that song, with this message, Orhan has become unsure. Because that word written on that wall is an erased word. But still it is there. He doesn't want it to be. And the city doesn't want it to be. But the word doesn't care about that. The writer of the word doesn't care about that. They have just written it. And so a person, say, who should be erased also, he wonders if they might still be there as well. That day and over the next, a strange thing occurs. Although Orhan has run this short journey for as long as he can remember, one night he rounds the corner and the next day, it is the other way. Again he laughs, again he leaves. The third night is a rainy one.
Huh.
And the last night,
Sorry.
his eyes wander.
Sorry.
And wonder. For some reason, they return to him full of images
Of faded curly hair. And I go home without the sign. I must run back and get it in the dark. That night, I think back to the 4 times I forget and look for a memory hiding among them.
And just as dawn breaks on the city, so it dawns on Orhan. Each time his wandering mind has been drawn to
A girl. Or the edge drawing.
an outline of a girl. For some reason, he cannot quite lock a picture of her in his mind. He simply remembers.
On the first night, a shadow she left leaning up against a wall. The owner of the shadow had gone home, but the shadow stayed?
He sees her on the second night.
In the path of leaves swept from the gutter. I do not see the sweeper, though. I only see them swept.
On the stormy third night, she is simply.
A place where the rain does not land.
And the last night, she is.
Tonight she was. Sorry.
She was a mane of faded curly hair, disappearing into a crowd. Putting all 4 memories together in his mind.
As a baker bakes the perfect loaf with just a handful of simple ingredients.
He can conjure her just for a second before she is gone. And he goes to bed that night with mind racing. He forgets
And he forgets.
to forget her.
And she forgets.
She forgets to be forgotten. And it feels nice.
You are late.
I am sorry,
You do not seem to be sorry.
but I seem to be late.
Isaac the official.
Allie the Baker, Orhan the son of Allie the Baker. We love the city.
We
We
love,
love
the
the
city.
city.
You have a new apron?
It is the one I wear all mornings, Isaac.
I am too foolish. Forgive my old eyes.
No, your eyes appear very, young.
I must go and do a thing.
One loaf?
One, yes, good. Thank you for that.
I hope that you could catch the one who, on the wall.
I hope we could too. He is not discovered yet, but soon.
Yes.
Yes. It is a sadness, Allie the Baker, that the criminal who is bad should know what he shall do next, but the officials who are good are ignorant. But surely the bad person should be guessing and the good should be sure.
Your words are right.
My words are excuses. The problem is, many problems now.
You mean
The message on your wall, it is not just one. Other messages, other words.
but no.
Yes. Ink left out in the rain, Allie the Baker, will run. And at this time, it is raining always. At this time, ink runs through this city. I have seen 8 messages now. And I am a man. But worse, children have seen the messages. Babies, their young eyes see words that
Have been forgotten.
correctly, of course.
Correctly, of course. Isaac,
Allie?
you and I arrived here not long apart when we were just Orhan's age.
We did.
And when you and I were children, before the time of anger, do you remember the words we all spoke?
Allie.
Do you remember when words were once limitless, passed from ear to ear?
It was an innocent time. We were foolish children then.
Yes, but we are sensible adults now, and I am not harmed by these words, by the memory of these words, and you are not either.
Are you saying that every word is good?
No, I am saying that every person is, or can be. We must be careful.
Yes, we must. Allie the Baker.
Oh, your bread.
I am not hungry. sorry about the cake box!
What?
Oh, it is you. Nothing. We love the city.
We love the city.
This is my pen. I use it and
This
then
is
I
my
return
pen.
it
This is
This
my
again.
pen. I use it and then I return it
Amen.
again. Amen.
Today, students, we may write anything we wish. And when I say we, I mean you. And when I say anything we wish, I mean anything that is a pledge of love to the glorious city. You have 10 by 2 minutes, and when I say 10 by 2 minutes, well, yes, I do mean 10 by 2 minutes. And remember, do not waste ink, do not waste words, know what you think the city heard. Have fun. Five more minutes. Hand your work to a neighbor and look for any wasteful words. Remember, more is less and none is best.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I am reading Kieran's story. It is most violent.
That means a lot.
No, I mean, what did you do? This essay, it is not about the city.
It is about at night when I collect the bakery sign, the things that I noticed.
She is in the shadows and her hair is curly, or at least I think it is. And I know that the officials have done this to hide her, but it only makes me wish to see her more. You are talking about one of
I did not write that.
Well, you did, because I am reading it here. But you are right, you cannot have written this. Eat it.
What?
This
Eat
is
it.
funny.
And say that you wrote nothing. Nothing is much better than this.
I'm not going to eat the.
What can I say? I am a most good friend.
Leave your papers, take your pens to the box, and enjoy your lunch. And when I say enjoy your lunch, well, actually, I do not care.
This is my pen. I use it and then I
I
return
use
it
it
again.
and then
Amen.
return it again. Amen.
I am a most good friend. Don't you think?
That was a close thing, Orhan. We must not mention you cannot mention a person that does not exist.
I was not thinking.
Yes, I am familiar with this. My motto is, if you have nothing sensible to offer, say it loudly.
nothing. What? You are too much.
Oh, am I?
Students,
Yes.
do not move. Do not move. A pen is missing. Teachers, find your class. And in future, please try to do the pen count correctly. Now, one is missing thanks to the teacher in classroom. It does not matter which classroom it is. Just everyone assemble now. 5 days ago, students, on the walls of our our most good city, an illegal message appeared. A message holding a word, which is not a word at all because it has been erased and so never existed. Someone is writing words that don't exist, but the messages do. It is complicated. And now one of you has chosen to help them. Or one of you thinks it is clever to steal a pen for them. Or clever to take a pen and write something yourself. Well, do not try to be clever. I don't. I mean, pockets out. Pockets out. Pockets out.
Why would a person be foolish enough to do this?
I know. Even I'm not that foolish. And I am foolish.
I'm sure they will find the person quick.
Are you okay, Orhan?
Fine. Good. Nothing is wrong. I feel bad about the pledge.
It is okay. This pen thief saved you. They are the one in real trouble today.
Yes, they are. That person who is not us. Look there at Alec the welder's son. He's being suspicious.
Looks normal to me.
You were right. I was mistaken.
The pen. The pen is gone, but it will be found, and the thief will be found also. Students, if you know who has it, remember a good
friend
Good friend always tells.
If you report someone to the city, it shows you care about them. School is canceled. Show your bags and go away.
It is bad about the pen, but a day off is beautiful.
Kieran, the son of Rory the counter and Iris the clerk.
Sir, this word was only not a word since yesterday, but now I know, and I will never...
It is odd that your family is so clever and that their son is so not. This way.
It was me who said it, sir. Please take me instead of him.
Isla, the daughter of Nikeshi the nurse and Gustav the herder, you are a loyal friend. Watch out for that.
He will, get a week of silence at most.
But why must he always be the one punished?
Because he is always the one brave enough to bear it.
This is my pen. I use it and then I forget to return it because I'm thinking of you. So this is not my pen anymore. It is yours, if you wish. I want to know who you are. I want to read what I cannot see, and I cannot see you now, so I think that means you are here.
You are early.
I am always up early, Mama.
But today earlier than early. I'm worried about the weather. Oh, I will take the sign out today.
I will do it.
Okay.
My
then.
hands are already warm from the oven. It is not so cold for me.
I know what this is about.
You do?
A mama knows her son. It is the writing on the wall. You were worried about who would do this.
Yes, the writing on the wall, exactly.
Isaac is looking for them. All he works with are looking for them. Oh, have you seen the new sign by the officials? All feel safe. It says it, and so we do, yes?
Mm-hmm. Mama,
Orhan?
sometimes in this bakery, I've heard you sing a song.
It is the song of the city, perhaps, or we rise higher than rising seas.
Maybe.
That is a good one.
But I do not recognize the words. I do recognize the time, though.
What do you mean?
Well, you sing it every morning, Mama, just before or just after Isaac the official comes to visit. It is a nice song to hear. numbers. Written on each letter, the S is number 1. She has written to me.
Stop what you are doing!
Isaac the official, I have nothing to stop.
The city's message. Someone has written on it.
Yes, I just came to put the sign out, the bakery sign, and saw this.
But you did not do this?
I was off to tell Mama so that she could tell you, so that you could tell the city.
And what are those?
Leaves that have fallen in the night. I am cleaning the city streets.
But we have the silenced ones to do this.
Well, like the signs say, all with hands can help.
Your school. This is where a pen went missing yesterday?
Yes, so I came directly home to help Mama in the bakery. She says hello to you, by the way.
Does she? But she did not know that we would meet this morning.
Well, she knows that you patrol our streets, so she tells me every morning, if you should see Isaac the official, tell him hello from me.
Oh. Every morning?
It is a little ritual.
Well, tell her hello as well.
Of course.
Orhan! The silenced ones must do this, not us. It is their duty.
Of course. Mama,
They say a storm is coming. I must go get supplies.
Oh, did you forget some? It is you. Thank you for the pen, and even more, thank you for the question. It has been 6 years since I last used words. And 6 years, too, since I received any. Huh. Once, my papa taught me all of the games you can play with language.
Like there was a word once for a vehicle that went very fast on a track. It was called a race car. This must have been fun to watch, but for me, the real fun is when you read this word backwards. It spells
Race car. Huh. That trick was called a
palindrome. And there were other ones, like anagrams. They were beautiful. The act of throwing a handful of letters into the air and watching them land as something new. Like all feel safe becoming sea leaf fall. This was an old invention, taught to my papa, by his papa, and by his papa before. Not here in the city, but in another land far away, before the waters rose. Or there were clever anagrams, like the words 11 plus 2. This equals 13, yes? But if you shuffle those letters around, you get 12 plus 1.
And that equals...
13 as well. I use anagrams sometimes to help me feel better about what my papa and I have lost. Like the word silent. I realize it is really just an anagram of listen. And I've always liked to listen, so it does not feel so bad. If you write the eyes, you find it is just an anagram of they see. And I love to see. And I know the city has said that anagrams are legal, that they are a way of breaking words, but really they are just reinventing them, I think. You can take a word that makes you feel worried, like scared, and turn it into something that makes you feel warm, like sacred. All that took was 2 letters changing place. Really, you can look at anything that has ever been said in the whole history of time and language and voice and meaning and find it is just an anagram. An anagram of the same 26 letters, simply shuffled around to help us explain the world to ourselves a little more clearly.
So it really doesn't matter, this thing.
This thing the city tries to do by only allowing 1,000 words, they have left us 26 letters. So really, we have every word that ever existed. So even if they silence us, as they have with me and Papa, still I can form every single word in my head. Still silent, I can listen. Once I have these ears.
I have essence to hear. There are so many things I wish to tell you, but I do not know what you know. I have only 1,000 words in my head, and they are not enough. But you have the sounds of words you are allowed. Use them. I am not used to this feeling. I want to give you flowers. I find your mind appealing. I need to talk for hours. You make the seasons cease. Make me think of things unfolding. With you, I feel at peace. Since the world is golden. I'm sorry if the words are not correct or if you... I don't even know your name.
Oron, the baker's son.
Isaac, the official. We love the city.
It is interesting, the things you notice.
Sorry?
Why be sorry? There's no reason for sorry, unless you have a thing to be sorry about.
No.
Relax. I'm joking. These things you notice, though, sometimes it is hard to put your finger on it. You know? And then you look at that finger, and you find ink. How strange when I have written nothing that day, so how would ink have ended up upon my finger? This is what I do not understand.
I must be getting the loaves ready for tomorrow.
And then I remember the leaves. Some leaves I held. But why would ink be on leaves that fall from trees that need no words? Why would this be?
I can explain the leaves and...
So I go to ask my friend, Orhan, the baker's son. Orhan, whose wall has a message. Orhan, whose school has lost a pen. And there in his bakery, near a nice-looking pie, there lie the leaves.
Please, Isaac, you have to listen to
I
me.
have to do only what the city says I must. Allie the baker, do you know what your
They
son...
are mine.
What?
The leaves, these there, they are mine.
You do not need to do this.
I am doing nothing. Earlier, when some words appeared on my wall, I was angry that someone would do this. So I grabbed a thing to rub them off. And what I grabbed was some leaves. When I was finished, I threw them back in the gutter. Orhan, my good son, he has done nothing.
I agree.
Thank you. What?
Orhan, your good son, I do not think, has written a word.
Oh, well, good then.
I think a friend of his has.
Isla is too good. And Kieran, well, he's not good really, but not bad either. His ways are not harmful and...
Not these friends. I believe your son knows one of the silenced ones.
To meet them is illegal.
Yes.
Yes. And yet...
Oh, we are really very busy, Isaac, and oh, I must be getting your bread ready for tomorrow, so...
Yes, of course, you are correct. I am sorry to have been in your
Don't
way.
be sorry, you're just...
It is nice to be right. Were you looking for leaves to sweep in here, then?
Isaac, she is just a girl.
No, she is not. Look at her. She was a girl once, but now she is silenced. Either she has done something wrong, or her parents have.
What is happening?
Well, yes, you are right. This is just a girl, so I will return to my patrol of the streets now, and I do not want to see you.
Isaac, do you know her?
This is Angela. This is my niece. Her papa. Gus. We were twins. We three lived together. After your mama fell sick, after she... Then was like now, it was the war of the walls and people were writing illegally. I was just a young official going out each day to catch the culprit, coming home each night, failing. We three would play cards and laugh and talk. You talked so much, Angela. And your papa, I knew he said erased words, but just to annoy me. We would argue, yes, but only his brothers would argue, only with love. And maybe I knew those words at night were the same that I found on walls by day, but I denied it, and then one day I came home, and the house, it was like the paint had faded 50 years overnight, like a fog had filled the air, but only where we lived. He had set 3 places, like always, but the soup and the steam. It was hard to tell which was which. Gus was silenced. But his eyes were not. His eyes told me everything, asked me why I had betrayed you both, and I had not. Angela, I promise. But his looks said it did not matter. I ran from the fated house and I ran to your school. I thought if I could convince the city that you had done nothing, that a rule could be changed. Just this once. But a city does not change its rules. The city is its rules. When I saw you, you were already riding home, and I almost walked right past you. Seeing you like that, Angela, there are no words to describe in the language now or in any language ever. There are no words.
You did not know, Isaac. This is not your fault.
Sometimes fault does not matter, Allie. Sometimes it is only that a thing has happened and that this thing cannot be undone. So now that the words have returned, I walk these streets. During my shift and long after it, I don't care about doing my job well. I only care about finding him first. To stop him writing before the city does is my only real duty. That and seeing you in the mornings, Allie the baker. Talking with you is the one pleasure I allow myself. It's a song I sing for no one but me. He is here. On your street, they sent officials when I did not answer.
I cannot see you. You will be lost in the storm. Angela! Angela.
Gus is gone already.
But maybe it was not him.
The second line. If you write it from the back to the front.
A palindrome.
One of his favorites. Court records show it was his second to last words he ever spoke. The last were your name.
We should go back now, yes, Isaac? These two are just children. They should be at home.
Yes. Race home. The rain is now a storm. Words find every wall. Soon we may learn to use them again. Correctly. Beautifully.
Thank you, Isaac. Tomorrow your bread is free, and perhaps another day we can eat some bread together.
I would like that. Come, let us find your house.
I will be waiting.
Another day, I will come in, but not yet. It is good to see you.
And it is good. It is good to be seen.
A long time ago, Orhan, before I was a baker and before I was your mother, everyone was from everywhere, and everyone carried a story. A story! Oh! My mama and papa told me my story, our story, of the place we lived before the oceans found us. This village, it sat beside a forest. And the forest was every color, not just the four, but so many. In September, each leaf would turn a different hue. And one night, the winds would whip them up. And our people said that when we woke in the morning, whoever had the highest pile sat upon their doorstep would sing the song of sea leaf fall at our feast, at our autumnal feast. And this was a great honor. And once, in the last year before the waters flowed into our village and sent our people walking and sent us to the city, once, Orhan, the leaves, they found my doorstep. Once, Orhan, I sang the song